one among call President Kufuor the cartoon. I do by commerce, and I'm from Pound or Monfa. To be no Obiaman pre media, and then now Obu Anadu. That means Canada Japan could in and as answer who we have. But ever be an medical actually na the SC Adebia in an to your home. A bit more to me, a bit more to. Now, say, a 2 young qua who feel said, oh dear, we free. No may hear once and yet as a Yama or my Ghana said. So, bit me the mration in some anadu, acquire a gma, your no pedia. Now your Nimapi, the anymore. We bit me see our Ghana. Dear friends and shop for a buyer, a dana and Yankasamedan. By you are saying. Assistant and so ugly. And there something like say Abu Ramadan. Who say the woman who say first lady so second lady should be woman. Miss Ma Papa what you Emma no call second lady was say. Say Bibilia Minam so or more any woman into young chances so pedan on fat down. Some boy partner to one. So big direction of course there. Man 2 and a mom be same way me pipi as a entina miles idea. No one chrono when you walk. You say to one and mom be go do President Kufuor him. Emma or Fred what I said. Fred to an amount with mommy. Emma Fred Abu Ramadan. Abu Ramadan catch for what I say. Yemrana in the candidacy. Now, never the whole police. No koto obeto asase no obebubu no the see ebusun fie am ka se mo si ebusun fie dia nya mo kan ni pa na mo si gero no mo nche na makoma the power bit my no and the say o man Ghana say o man Ghana memi de yato me no abet ma to bia de Ghana yesi say o bit ma sorry na do national security ntimi and for my some media, you have a long way to go. The same thing I said, and I'm obviously 2 years by Obia and come over in a good certain person. And make them in answer because they can't make my judgment. Let me say to one more by the 2 meet me and I am more. But that for me. APC events, APC party events, as I Obama. Now, no, said we see a church. The money said, "What tell you now?" Because Mr. Bonsu, Abia, many can go from the Bay and San Jose doing. Yes, I tell. Yes, I tell. If you say, "A Busiana area high over Janina, a Busian San Omini, Mopa, second lady, or my chair said." More a Bushamian son, 1 out of more. A Bushamian son, the person, the credit, you know. So, my Bushani, yeah, more Hanyamodiano, or more high. And to also find Nidiamra, no fremo. Now, I don't see it, say, Otibo, so I say, now a friend was a phone in Naba, and to also friend about the Bush for, and then your Tofin honor. Upon a Bushana, Tofin or Oni, or Muni. The signature the Gusu, but on Sunday, no paper, to me. Papa, I'm going to cry down what they call to know. Yeah, family or money. And so, Papa, sign, Papa, so wanted to also one sign. It didn't too much essential for Mumba to move for the moon near Omangana, Yako. Thank you.
Papa Hassan,
oh, Hassan, I got a buy, you know. Mema
okay, Hassan Yariga buy no or see Abu say omo friend is on better as omo kasa no amba enti one ba no e no metu anamo metu no this yeye boa any Hassan Yariga boa this was a statement that Hassan Yariga e ka kire e na ebisa ale say na asem oka oba obetu ebusuafo no na ne oka say ne signature no po enyo no the one who has the lawful right to even annihilate land wo ebusuani no enye ono no ye nipa odi asase no so ma omo enti document na ankasa no is shrouded in fraud. And we just want to let you know, say, we enye the end of it. We are beginning. We better we be because ye enjoy mu. Omo njo aye so ye njo. Enti we dey we better we be enye ade aye gye mu kra. Because Ghana na ye nyina aye dia enye busaku kuma bi dia. Omo de omo pe no ni omo ka no e na ejina. Enti ye nyina aye dia ye nyina be bo Ghana ho ban. And then ato ye watching a bit to me ato. Onyonko da na onua da na oda. Because and then ato ye no only say feeling here different. We dey share idea ye valuation no over 60 million Ghana cedis. Yeah. Over 60 million Ghana cedis. Then that form. And then that form. Found to your one call retirement. Imagine the people who have been employed to work on this by working here. And no be artificial. Imagine the families that were assaulted here. The trauma at 3 a.m. And I say yet say no you rush ba no movie you waiting from a hasa me boa mu ye video a circulate here e jubilee house dey go be here we share video now we go say na as we knockout to be bobo ewo mu. That was the night our president tell the party at 3 a.m. my name is Mr. Bonsu and I drive here, so we followed and you say ye ndiechi e dey apart say cameras are ever from Adrenga no ha sa kofa is Legon police station ho e so sa kopie shiashi e fa shiashi kofa 37 a kopie Jubilee House cameras ni nyina anye adwuma cameras ni nyina anye adwuma cameras ni anye adwuma now you do is Legon police station no the police no who equipment ni to omo bookie time omo betwe mu 1 a.m. exactly and on between by 2 no more be this and more sound which ye mabu as 2016 ye I'm a partner and a brother to Mr. George Otibonso. Right on my left is Mr. George Otibonso. This morning we called you here to lay the facts bare to the many stories that you've been hearing and the different sides that have been told. The many sides that have been told. So today, the 22nd of April 2024, it's a press statement concerning the demolition of 10 houses, and we say this setting the record straight. There have been various accounts circulating in the media regarding demolition of the 10 buildings. It is imperative to address this misinformation. Mr. George Otibonso acquired the land in question in 1992 from the Anokwe and Traka families of Teshi. Subsequently, the Accra Boy Doku family obtained a Supreme Court judgment to which Mr. Bonsu duly atoned tenancy. However, litigation ensured when Winchester Empire contested ownership in the High Court, Tema. Concurrently, the land was also under litigation at the Accra High Court. Amidst these legal processes or proceedings, one IGR filed a case at the Adenta Circuit Court. IGR applied for an injunction to prevent Mr. Bonsu from proceeding with his construction. Mr. Bonsu's lawyers entered a conditional appearance in the Adenta Circuit Court case and notified the court that the ownership of the same land was in dispute in the Superior Court, that is the High Court. The High Court in Tema ruled that having given Mr. Otibonso permission to proceed with construction, a lower court cannot vary that decision. So Mr. Bonsu proceeded with construction as the court directed him. The case on the same land at the High Court, Accra, against Mr. Bonsu was dismissed and all parties were advised to join the suit in Tema. Hadia, however, secured a judgment in her favor at the Circuit Court when all those involved in the litigation were also in the Tema case. Upon learning of the judgment favoring Hadia, Mr. Bonsu promptly filed a stay of execution and appeal. Concerns arose regarding Hadia, supported by Abu Ramadan's intention to demolish the building unlawfully because they claimed the land belongs to their sister, Samira Bawumia, the second lady, prompting notification to the Inspector General of Police, IGP, who deployed patrol team to ensure law and order. The CDS was also informed that his men were being used for unauthorized land activities. Former President Kufuor also intervened, asking Mr. Fredowari to engage Abu Ramadan. Abu Ramadan told Mr. Fredowari to give him a few days to speak to his dad, who wants to build their family house on the land. He proceeded with the unlawful demolition without heeding to former President Kufuor's advice or action through Fredowari. The demolition was executed with excessive force, including police and military presence, forcibly entering the property, confiscating phones, assaulting individuals, and preventing residents from calling the police at 1 a.m. Sunday, 7 April 2024. We possess evidence demonstrating that the court did not authorize the said demolition. As Hadia's team was duly informed of the pending motion in the court, the unauthorized demolition underscore an abuse of power, political power. The time and day of enforcement of the possession order itself smacked of illegality. If they knew they had a genuine right to possess the land, why come at dawn with policemen with no tags, name tags on, and also vehicles that had their number plates removed? It will interest you to know that the police service sought clarification from the Adenta Circuit Court regarding a stay of execution, leading to the decision not to assist in the possession order. The involvement of individuals in police and military uniform with Abu Ramadan's team raises concern about the rogue elements operating outside official channels. If the police did not join in the possession, which individuals in the police and military uniform joined Abu Ramadan's demolition team to the premises? Does it mean individuals have their own police and military men who openly defy the orders of the IGP and CDS? Are we safe in a country where any individual can run his own police and military? Is the Ghana Police Service saying that all the street cameras from Madrid-Ghana to the Jubilee House are not functional? It is surprising that the National Security hasn't begun investigation into this, because this is how it all starts. If not contained, it could lead to something more disastrous. This time, they could mobilize 30 men to demolish buildings. Maybe the next time, they would be emboldened to mobilize more men to cause more mayhem in this country. We are all aware of the rebel and terrorist activities in our sub-region and our neighboring countries. Hadia's documents on the said land were purported not to have been given to her from the two sources: the Okponwe family, Ibrahim Brobe's company, who is Ibrahim Jaja. The Okponwe family affirmed that at the time of Hadia's purported purchase, a court injunction prevented land sale due to family head issues. Furthermore, the document presented by Hadia contained forged signatures and pertain to the land outside the Okponwe family jurisdiction. While Sarah Fukua alias Mame, Jaja's former wife and Osomampen's daughter, said she told the second lady, Samira Bawumia, through Ibrahim Jaja's company, sold it to her. At the time of this sale, Ibrahim Jaja and his company had no right to sell land for the Okmonwe family. And as said earlier, Okmonwe family land falls outside the jurisdiction. Official documents from the Lands Commission contradict the search results presented to the court by Hajia and her team, indicating that fraudulent documents were presented to court, which we will prove. We are all aware of the housing deficit in Ghana currently and how wide it is. Therefore, who in its rightful senses would demolish that property except for state power and political expediencies? We call on all state agencies to investigate the above demolition exercise, since one Charles Edem Adubo, lawful attorney of Hajia Aisha, said on radio, specifically at Sempa FM Ekosi, saying on the 8th of April 2024 that he was part of the individuals who carried out the demolition exercise. Attached are the various documents for your perusal. Now, in my hands, I possess here the search we conducted at the High Court, at the Circuit Court Adenta, dated 9th of April 2024, which we asked whether the court registrar sanctioned the supposed execution of the court judgment that took place on the 7th of April 2024 at 2 a.m. They said no. Whether the supposed execution party of military men or military officers from the Ghana Armed Forces were accompanied by officers of the court to wait a bailiff. They said no. If yes, they should kindly state the name of the bailiff. They said no, they were not involved. Whether the court or deputy sheriff authorized to carry out execution of judgment, etc., on a weekend, specifically 2 a.m. on a Sunday, they said no. And on the radio interview on Ekosi saying, they said they were accompanied by police, and they mentioned the head of legal, Director General Legal and Prosecution, to be the one who gave them military or police personnel to accompany them. Now we have in our hands a search by the police, which indicates that the police also was aware that there was a stay of execution filed, but still they claim that they were accompanied by them, which we doubt. Now this is how it also went. We read, whether or not the judgment was and has been delivered in the above mentioned suit, they said yes. Date was given. So whether or not an application for writ of possession was filed, they said yes. Whether or not application for writ of possession has been granted, they said yes. Whether or not a notice of appeal has been filed, they say yes, it has been filed. Whether or not a stay of execution has been filed, they say yes, it has been filed. Any relevant information, they say no. Now we have in our possession an official search from the Lands Commission as well, which nowhere from the PVLMB, which is the commission itself, to LRD, the Land Title Division, and SMD, the Survey and Mapping Division, all these three areas, there was nowhere captured in it, as purportedly said by the said Edem, that they have a land title. Nothing reflects so. It is the grantors of Mr. Jodo Tiboso who have their name reflecting in all these areas. Lastly, I have in my hands a ruling delivered on the 26th day of January 2023 in the High Court, Tema, yes. Now, it will amaze you that Hajia is the 5th defendant in this suit in Tema and was legally represented by Samuel Kofi Nati. Samuel Kofi Nati represented her. Now, I read, this is the ruling of the court. It says, Once the Superior Court granted fourth defendant, it will interest you members of the press to know that the fourth defendant here is Mr. George Otibonso. Permission to continue with his development on the land, and based on the order, the fourth defendant continued his project. A lower court, in my respective view, cannot purport to injunct him from going onto the land in dispute. The fourth defendant may therefore continue with his project on the land if he so wishes. Meanwhile, the motion for leave to file statement of defense is granted as prayed. Plaintiff is given 14 days to file a reply. Suit to take its normal course. Judgment granted by Justice Emmanuel Ankama, Justice of the High Court, Justice of the Appeals Court, sitting as an additional High Court judge. Now, this was delivered on the 26th day of January 2023. So the question is, if a High Court has given a decision or has given a remark on a matter, how then do a lower court, a circuit court, come to vary the decision of the Superior Court? Thank you. We'll also Mr. Kusi so we'll also permit the families to give you their version of the matter, which will also give you a very clear view of what the issues are.
In front of Kusi, send a medical camp. Now, we're a businessman. I'm saying we work construction company, limited bank Pacific Limited. And a family being from me and Lokwe and Tuaka. I will teach you. I want the agenda of work of court 1992. Now, you just said, I had a agenda of work assassin. Now, how you tell me? The dear Samira and a family from the former Accra Boy to Ku family. Almost by the case as co-defendants. The dear Samira 2015 and a judgment by the judgment and by a comma co-defendant. Say, Otano, Omodia. Nemu, I'm not going to account for the assembly by Omatna Hanum for decades. It almost on the buyer, your composite plan. Now, you're more possession interest, our possession rights. It is almost a crowd to put you. It family no at your once, only I teach you for to quite no one time. The Copa said, you have a try, I'm not a fit of 1 hour. Now, Miss Otibo, so I have fence for our Hunina. Say, you pay any other one. Now, you will documents. There's our Otibo to buy. And what then it is the documents are. Yeah, Bush, I know the amount of the data. And son, I am cotton, and the betray. The other question was your phone paying for no say no correct. And an animal will be, and a sign, any my main sign. And J. And the catcher said, this is a man of paper for you. Yes, said, a Bushana judgment and I do not. And the Bushafon, Jessica, you, and my Bushafon, no Saman Kata. In the area of Bushano, any police, a petition call. Headquarters, no, my police, and they go 2 feet of only in life assassination. A mouth to go to say, on your name. It is Obusha and the way they say, assassin, and yet, to be idea. I know queer to a canny of crowd with and the wood to me, and also. And I'm some two go to so. And who say a crowd with the coup for my attachment? Or Sako who almost as I did crack off from. If a crowd with the coup for. It as I'm tempted to tell you, Nana said, as I say, internationally, Ghana ha baby a records nyina wo Lands Commission. Wokɔ Lands Commission kɔ search. Aha asase no anɔkɔ yɛ toaka. Wokɔ na nkyatra akora boduku. Ɔwɔ title. Isa bushemi ni ya yɛ court yɛ gye judgment ti a agyere Ghana foɔ no. Yɛ na aha yɛ dia. Aha nyɛ ɔpɔwofo asase. Yɛ no mbɔ hye bɛ nu ha. Enti kakra mɛka nyina ne sɛ asase wɔ ya yɛde ma ɔti bɔ nsu no ɛyɛ yɛ dia ɛne yɛde ma no ɔwɔ nkrataa nyina kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ yɛ dia na ɛkɔ court no ɛwɔ tema yɛde kɔma yɛ ne ankasa yɛ lawyer ɛyɛ Farouk Seidu Alhaji ya odi anim ɛne yɛgye judgment no asɛm no tu kwa kyɛn one justice waka baabi obi a no na ofiri hɔ na ɔde ma Justice Tanko yɛ ne ɛwɔ high Supreme Court judge ansa na Justice Tanko so de ma nti Farouk ɛfare kɔ tema yɛ a yɛdi asɛ no wɔ tema na obi soso aba ɔsɛ agye Ghanafoɔ de ma metimi dea na ɛno so yɛakɔ ho wɔ Accra mekɔtɛ adaka nkɔdi adanse ewi asɛ no gye ne se sɛ yɛdi asɛ no wɔ tema deɛ ɛfa no nyinaa kɔ tema agye asoso ɛde ne asɛm baeɛ ɛno soso yɛka sɛ ɔmo nyinaa mmra tema yɛ a hagyea no the power factor ni voda no soso ɛne lawyer nyinaa ba tema nti ɛyɛ nwanwa sɛ yɛka bi hyɛ mu na tema judge so ama tumi sɛ misa ko so esi ne dan efi sɛ ɔtɔ firi the rightful owners no na hagyea akɔgye judgment abrasɛm no onim sɛ yɛdi wɔ tema na ɔbɛkɔ court ketewa mu akɔgye judgment sɛ wɔnya judgment abrayɛ ni mu ohwɛ yɛde nim sɛ before judgment ɔmo nyaayɛ no ɛna ɔmo sɛ ne judgment no by test wasa bɛbɛrɛ mi sɛ oti bɔ nsu bɛka kyerɛ yɛ no ne yɛ san kɔ yɛ lɔya hɔ ɛna lɔya file stay of execution ɛna ɔsan file appeal yasɛ bɔ ɔmo nyim ne nyinaa nti ɛna ɔmo sɛ ɛnɛ akɔba sɛ ɔmo san ɛbaa ha anadwo ɔmo di kan ba ha ɛna yɛfrɛ mi sɛ oti bɔ nsu na mo sɛ oti bɔ nsu bɛhyia wɔn na ɔmo kasa yɛ ana sojafoɔ ne nyinaa kɔɔ enti ɔmo kɔɛ no na mene Alhaji Madingo ɛyɛ chief yɛ ɔhene ɔna yɛ agboko bi zomo chief ɔsan yɛ wiase nyinaa kyamba for president enti meka kyerɛ nam sɛ Alhaji ade yɛakɔyɛ Muslim community nti kɔ second lady hɔ na ɛna ne nkɔ kasa pɛne ampa Alhaji de ɔsɛ yɛyɔ ɛna ɔkɔ second lady hɔ ɛyɛ yɛ current vice president Bawumia ne Dr. Bawumia ne yere nti Alhaji kɔɔɛ no ɛna ɔne ne yere kɔhyiaeɛ ɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ na deɛ Samira ne Alhaji meeting no ɛkɔhyiaeɛ no mede bɛma Alhaji na ɔno aka na matie sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ saa adwuma yɛ anaasɛ miame do ɔka kyerɛ me na meke sɛ adanti na misabonsu nim sɛ ha ɔno na ne yɛ kɔ so wɔ court dadaada na yɛ mmara mehu ɛna Alhaji ka kyerɛ me sɛ yɛnim sɛ yɛwo ɛfiri sɛ one hagyea bi hagyea no so ma court da ɛna ne akwadaa no so a wama no pa ɔfa tɔ ne ɔba court wɔ tema no sisi ɛyi asɛm nyinaa akɔtɛm ɔka kyerɛ Alhaji sɛ so onim sɛ misabonsu onim sɛ ha ɔwɔ interest na ɔne yɛ na ɛko a ade nti na yɛama me hu no nti yɛnkɔ ne nsa mmra bio ɛna yɛbɛka kyerɛ bonsu ɔbaa yɛ ɔbɛka ne ɛbɛ misabonsu ɛna bonsu yɛ ne sɛ yɛnsa nkɔ bio yɛnkɔ buku appointment ɔno nso yɛ ready sɛ ɔno ne bɛtena ase na yɛahyia nti Alhaji kɔɔ yɛkɔ hu no ma ɔhu sɛ bonsu dia no ɛna deɛ asi nti na kakra na wɔka ɛfa asɛm no nyinaa no meda wɔ sɛ
introduction aka cho me Emmanuel Anum Tete nje okonwe noni awie ka cho he fe pepepe she wafa wale aka bia the slogan come out okay if you see something say something ka ofa search nje last commission SMB B affected by a conflict application for Okonwe family with lodgement number 002530/2017. Lele ni wana wale neke application ne Okonwe family land are registered in 1979. No one about if you are in 2017, Abasa registered. No one I can look at it. No caveat, I can make plot in a cafe. What market you work last commission. Second, when I can be committed. Washiko bone dale yo je na kanji no ni yo na kan no ni a plot e Robert no ho sanu ha Land Commission BNI the police all the state institutions okay akwa no ni afio ni wo se e ka fe na agba waka da kan bi na fe etiri no mene na no ni wo na okay, last commission because police can be and I can be no okay or petition I'm a true heading well I think I can know what I'm going to do but what Okonwe Shiboni can register 1979 it's our 321 acres yeah the nona brought here 2017 it's about 603. In Chicago, I don't think I can increase of rather than where I approach can be a very decrease. No, Ninga will be now 603. Robert, conflict any bus, and India, and after our many of it, I can plot activity in 2017. Funny, I can hardly, enemy when I now had more fair or track. Can last commission actually. No to bana you work to akabi bena agba work akrabo edoku bena agba eja ka ofe teshime ju o kesa de ko ba oh yeah wa kwa agba no ba fe no wi ni sade ajo shije ne ke loku oh ba kwa press fa ake amen press koni no ni yo chumo ye ne ke application 2017 achu but I feel like I'm going to be true. They are be ne catch. They are going to go to here. You have to get him. They are going to much here. Could go near much. What about the nation against Sunny? All of us said they have a few. Run your manager press. What about people? She don't know you catch on the fair. No machine. Only pending the show. I can watch she come. 3 video is 321.2 acres, not 603. Now I have registered in 2017. I can any incredible one. Okay. This one my guy was sponsored. The edge I can be she called me. But I can any money. She many lady and much money the last commission here no okay. Kevi at it yake. Yaka fear the kept brought in Yaka fear the Yaka come fear na Sani amame chu heni yake. Lele bia na yo na. Okonwe Shiboni do. Alo akrabo edo no do. Alo to akabia no do. Oni trade your laba. She ene mele ke no ya ba ma. E tra no ba ya ba.
Acho mi ni oku usabi. Nje akrabo do ku family ni ke teshi atreko wi. Fa shi nu mwe nya ba we fa na shi ba ni ye shi ba mi. Yo mo le che me ye fe ke chon ye mu. Bi mi ni or Mr. Bonso nearly action akraba do na engagement ba de ba to tenants in our family or who no e handle with mutual action am a action am a tenant dey you am strong no manyaba you are done.
The total cost in terms of damage to you, if you're able to quantify that. And also, you kept mentioning Abu Ramadan as well as the second lady. So I really want to know who you are actually suspecting to be behind this. Is it Abu Ramadan or Samira Bawumia?
Two. I think when it comes to cost, we've mentioned that we've quantified our cost estimating over 60 million Ghana cedi. Yes. And so that has to do with cost. Now, when Mr. Benkusi was speaking, he did mention the steps they took through my brother here. They went straight to her. I want him to re-echo that aspect so that you get it clear.
Hello, I'm greeting everybody. And Mr. Bonso sent me to go and meet Madam Samira. And I called Madam Samira bodyguard and I booked appointment with him. And we have met at some program under. And the result is where the bodyguard told me is why the time we know say Samira is the owner of the place, is behind it. Why didn't we come to her for a long time? Well, I said at first we didn't know say she's the one behind it. So now that we know say she's the one behind it, we are ready to come and meet. We want to come and meet her. So I book appointment with her on Tuesday. I called them when they told me say they are in Kumasi, whereby the weekend they have come and do this demolition. So that is it.
And also, when Fred Owari met Abu did not deny. When Hassan Ayariga came to us, he said he spoke to Abu on phone. Abu even wanted to come to speak to him. And he said they want to put up a family house here. Where family means what? Well, where family means what? If it is their family house and their father wants to be the head of the family and they are putting up a family house, it comprises the entire family. And if not for state power, where would Abu pull all these men? Military, police, and what have you? Where would pull all these people to come and carry out this heinous activity?
So what is your demand?
What is our demand? Our demand is before the court. And we want the law to take its place. Now we have one Adam who had said live on radio that he's responsible for it. We want the police to apprehend him. And we take it up from there. Thank you.
Are you giving the police any ultimatum if they don't carry that, you take further action?
Don't worry. We can't put all the cards on the table, but we just want you to know that everything is at play now. Where everything means everything.
Mr. Otibosu, perhaps we will have fault. Because the states and other all the system actually party machine and say almost sponsor a particular candidate. Who was sponsor Kenya Japan? Who feels that a bomb with the SU?
Obayi Semekasa one who said Sebi Ade Usi and me to one amount call President Kufuor the control name. Eduba you come say and I come pound or monfa. To me no obi ameno pre media at then now Obabu Buade we anado. That means Canada Japan could in a chino and as answer we win aba. But there be an
so once you say same if you Royal Gallery wo opekuma and into Jemame number no in Indian Kitan with them 0537 314546 0537 314546 na man na me de atudwa ama no from ma me no ne ndi nkita wode so opese yesesie wo ba na onfanya na ayefro ana se yesesie wo ba na onfanya bibibia efa na nanom ne ehema asem ho ende me kanfo Royal Gallery e de ama se from no ne omundi nkita wode ombese ese wo ba no so de ye bibi e wo school ana se mpo wo to e de amuna wo nua e wa amunane ana se wankasa wo to na wa ton baby biala wo biala free delivery baby bia wo won sebeka se wo Ghana ha se wo amunane baby bia wo bia wo fra maami a wo ne bedi nkita wode na wo so be siesie na wo ba no na wa ye feye papa
School na batan biara de ne baro ko hono ni yo. Oye Rainbow Montessori International School. Inye. Rainbow Montessori International School. Waji mo from Krachi. Ikosi JHS. The Rainbow Montessori International School mo from ana. What been wrong? O say ne what Montessori curriculum in a syllabus. No what the trauma na. Na teachers wo hona. When you know why degree holders what the abutana badoya no what the trauma from ana dio. Na Rainbow Montessori International School. Wakitaba funyo man what the trauma from ana. It's your mama from anyone not doing boy wrong. Wakita Ultra Modern Science Laboratory, Computer Laboratory, Library and Research Center, Art and Sculpture Laboratory, Hygienic Canteen, Nafe Clinic. Na moye nyika 1 point there. Rainbow Montessori International School. Oye boarding house. Inyo. Into onfahu baby awo biara. Wawo from anu batuma ba school. Onfahu there watakwa. Takrade. Elibo, Cape Coast, Accra, Kumasi. One boarding house facilities now. Oye modern standard. Na wo wahwefu papa. It's your house master and house mistress. What you want to a boarding house no. Inti anyisro biara. Bambo another security no so ya sure. Enti fuwo from anebra. Na ebe hu Rainbow Montessori International School. E watakwa in Soyem opposite police station. It is said over by Rainbow Montessori International School. Tuwa junim nada. Osan wo bat shana de papa. E manazam sina. Wo charo 111. Enti kwaji ward mission forms. E wa hantama rural bank. Watakwa in Soyem branch. Frayene 0277 100 823. Rainbow Montessori International School. Imo from a wonder china one fapim. Oshasi wa ha. Inti hana batan biara. Odinimo from a river.
The foundation of every kid's education is important to every parent. That is why Leap International School is here to give your kids a solid foundation. The school that cares about its environment and seeks to transform it is one that cares about the education and well-being of its kids. The school has a playing ground, a bus to convey the kids in and out of school, as well as a well-furnished facilities and resources to groom the kids to future leaders. Not forgetting the well-learned teachers that are patient with the kids to ensure understanding is easy. They are located at a milestone off the Pokwasi Amasaman Road. For more information, call 0246 928 031 or 0246 098 067. Be part of a school that leads, learns, evolves, acts, and develops through sound education. Lead International School, the next leaders.